you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. One thing can lead to another, it doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. What you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Won't you tell somebody the way that you feel? You can feel it beginning to ease. Think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel always get in the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I like to say to you, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for waking me up.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to everyone. Thanks for waking me up.
Morning, Cindy.
I got woke up with a panic call this morning. I think you're a panic every morning. I cause panics. Right, Ricky?
From time to time,
You ain't even
yes.
slept last night, have you?
A little
there
bit.
waiting for that
a little
call.
bit. I was sitting. I'm told you I'm shell shocked.
Well, they make medication for that.
Yeah.
Good morning,
I
Cindy.
have no idea who's online today because I don't have my
Well, Matthew Dooley.
my phones.
Matthew Dooley, and Matthew Dooley. And me.
Well, that's because I haven't shared it all over the place because I
got
can't.
5 other people, but
I
I
only
only
got
see the other 5.
I only got one. I only got one phone, so
Hallelujah. You know, you
Okay,
made me a
that's it.
nervous
I'm-
wreck yesterday.
I'm gonna go online doing it. How'd I make you a nervous wreck?
Well, operating 2 phones and driving.
That's not true.
Cindy,
Yes.
can you pray for him this morning?
Somebody turn your volume down.
That's Ricky.
That's me.
You know,
Yeah,
we're
not
driving down the
me.
interstate. He's got both phones going. And as soon as he sets one down, he picks the other one up.
That's the biggest lie. That's
How
the
was-
biggest lie.
How was your weekend, Cindy?
I started singing Jesus Take the
Mine
Wheel.
was good.
Good.
I had a great weekend.
Good.
We had company. Kirk's parents were here Friday evening, coming through. They stayed with us on their way from Nacona on the way to Cloudcroft, which is near Ruidoso, New Mexico.
Whose parents?
And we just
Kirk's parents.
Kirk's parents,
Outlaws.
Virgil and Marie.
Well,
And
that's
so
good.
we just had a nice weekend.
Good.
Wonderful day at church yesterday, so it was a good one.
That's good. That's good. Are y'all? Is it hot there?
You know what? It wasn't as hot, and we had a little nice rain. Not all over Lubbock. It's funny. I don't know if it's that way there, but one side of town will get rain, and just 2 miles away it won't rain. But where we were eating lunch, we had a downpour, so it was really nice.
That's good. That's good.
Well, we
Well,
got to
I'm-
meet the pastor's outlaws yesterday.
Yeah, the Bubba Daddy. Bubba Daddy.
I've never heard it put
Where is
like that,
Bubba
but
this
that-
morning? He's supposed to be here. Boy, I hope he ain't listening. I'll get busted for that for sure.
You ain't lying.
Better be nice. That's right.
Well, you better be. You ain't kidding. That could turn out to be bad because he will bust you from the pulpit.
Oh yeah, he way good.
That's the problem.
He's a blast master.
Yeah, he is Blast Masterson.
He is a blast masterson. Yes.
He's Blast Masterson.
You didn't see him up there yesterday when he went like this, pointed back there at Ricky. I'm thinking, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Ricky up there in that shark skin suit. He get ready to get him on something.
I thought Ricky done had the schnitzel myself. I thought it was over for Ricky. I'm sitting here. If I look like I'm staring out into space,
He is.
it's because I'm operating the computer. I'm down to only one phone this morning, and no,
Aw.
yeah. So, and normally I'm playing with my phone over here, inviting people, but right now it's
How was
not.
the church picnic Saturday? Or didn't y'all have a picnic?
That was the funniest thing in the world.
Well, that was the plan. Hold on a minute. Let me try to turn all the volume down and stuff. I got all kind of junk going on this morning. I bet that sounds great on the radio. They can't see this. They're going, what you need? Heck. What in the heck?
Clarence is not here.
Yeah. Well, I done invited all I can invite. I guess they get it, you know?
Yeah,
That's all I can tell you.
they'll see.
I reckon they get it. No, well, we had it rained about 2:30 in the afternoon, so they canceled it. And it was the most beautiful night you could imagine all
I'm
evening long.
telling you.
It's supposed to be a nighttime gig, you know, starting at like 5:30, but they did the right thing because it wouldn't have looked good to see. It wouldn't look good to see bounce houses and stuff bouncing down Virginia Beach Boulevard. That probably would.
Because the way that wind was blowing, it was kind of
Yeah, the way that storm was the other night, I mean, it would have been.
Oh man, we had a storm the other night, Cindy. Boy, I thought we were in a hurricane.
Yeah, it was going to be rough.
I am not lying.
So anyway, how was your weekend, Sandy?
Mine was good. That's, as I was saying, Kirk's parents came Friday night, and we just worked around the house Saturday, and yesterday was church, and we had a great service. We have young people that are starting to come to our church, and more children, and it was great. So we just kind of had a relaxing.
Let me tell you about my
relaxing
lunch
weekend.
yesterday.
Uh-oh, what happened at your lunch?
I went to these folks' house yesterday and had lunch and had a ribeye off the grill.
Okay,
Then I had ribs that were absolutely delicious.
okay.
A sweet potato the size of a watermelon. And corn on the cob. And mango. What else did she try to get me to eat?
It's hard to tell.
But that was from
Yum.
Sister Alma.
Mark,
That was over at Mark's house, and Sister Alma out there on the
what did you
grill.
say? It's
Oh,
hard
it was
to
at
tell.
Mark's house.
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
hard to
Oh.
tell.
Okay.
I'm tied the feed bag on him yesterday.
Then I went and sat
Well,
on the
well-
couch. It was unconscious for about an hour.
You did what?
Unconscious.
Went unconscious for about an hour.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I saw a picture on Alma's Facebook of lunch, so I didn't know.
Oh, did she post one yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, and it did look yum.
Something was on the grill. What was that? Pork chops on the grill?
They're ribs.
Oh.
Ribs and two.
Ricky won't eat that. He's Muslim. And
Yeah, he wouldn't have ate with it.
he tries to say he ain't a Muslim, but he told me that he makes his prayer 3 times a day. And I thought, well, what time do you do it? That's what that. It's getting closer now. It's getting closer.
And he posts them too.
That's up to Ricky. That's up to him if he wants to be a Muslim.
Have you noticed any carpets missing around here?
Stop. We have a lot of Muslim friends that
Stop it.
listen
We're
to us.
on.
Knock it off.
Guys.
Got people listening
Yeah.
all around the world. Knock it off.
That's right. We are sweet and we are kind. That's our mantra. We love people.
Right.
We
I
love
love them.
people.
It's my.
And we respect people. Speaking of respecting people, has anyone ever invited you to lunch and had really unusual meals, or have you ever been served something that it's not your favorite?
Oh, my.
Or it's not what you would have
Oh,
expected.
believe me.
Yeah.
Believe
my.
me.
Yeah.
Believe
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I've been to Mark's house back when he was a single guy. And I have actually eaten a cabbage sandwich. Raw cabbage in a pita pocket bread. And I even think it had mayonnaise on it.
Oh boy! Oh, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Your poor stomach. Your poor stomach.
What was the name of your blanket you slept with?
Itchiness.
Itchiness.
Took me some old army blanket. They're here.
He'd crash on the couch. I'd throw him an army blanket. Old military
Oh my
blanket.
goodness!
Boy, they get no
A
sleep.
solid wool itchiness blanket.
Well, in the South, as long as you put mayonnaise on it, you can eat anything. You're actually eating a mayonnaise.
Well, you go on and
sandwich. Isn't
try
that
one
right,
here,
Mark?
Cindy. Let me know how it crunches.
No.
That
I'm
waxy
saying.
old-
I had a lady that invited me for luncheon, and I thought we were going to I thought she was just going to have a spread. And I will eat it. I will eat anything. I'm allergic to a lot of things, but we had navy beans. There was navy beans, just a serving of navy beans, and then beets. And I will eat them. But that was the meal.
Navy beans and beets?
And beets.
Ooh, I
The
bet
big
that was
purple beets.
I bet you that was a musical luncheon, wasn't it?
Kind of a pink tone
Well-
to it. When it
Well, I don't remember that part of it. You guys,
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to hire you. I'm going to contact some comedy shows and have them. I'm going to hire you guys out to write for them. You could do it. You can take anything normal and turn it around.
Who
I'm
can?
going to call you the turnaround. You guys can. I'm going to call y'all the
I
turnaround
don't know how you.
guys.
I don't know how you can confuse us with that.
Dude.
I went to. I'll just go ahead and say it. I don't mind. I was at Naomi Judd's house, and she cooked dinner one night, and it was. I thought it was supposed to be beef stroganoff. I don't
can
care if she
only
gets mad at
imagine.
me. She don't pay anymore anyway. So.
The hamburger helper or what?
No, it was like she put a whole jug of wine in it.
Whoa.
I mean, it was.
Whoa.
It was wino stroganoff. I mean, it was just so harsh tasting, and I kept putting mine over on Michael's plate. When nobody's looking, I'd put it over like that, on Michael's plate.
Poor boy was drunk to the max.
I hope it burned the alcohol off of it. That might be what's wrong with him now.
Well,
I went back all the places. I went back all the places I lived with Michael. After I got divorced and toted him around everywhere. And I was trying to think, did I live anywhere where there was lead paint he could have ate, or? I know we lived close to a radio tower and stuff like that.
Yeah, and electrostatic shock.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Louise.
Oh,
Louisa.
my goodness.
Louisa, yeah, she says, Uncle,
That's Ging Ging.
I guess that's a high five, I think.
Hi.
Or
Hello,
hi.
Ging Ging.
Hi, Ging Ging. ¿Cómo está?
Mabuti naman po.
Now,
Oh,
what
it's
did you
starting
say?
early.
Frank, did you
don't
get
know.
into the corn silks this morning or something? Did you smoke you a coffee can full of corn silk on the way over here? Frank can't put a sentence together. What'd they put in your IV bag this morning, huh? Gee whiz.
I've never heard that kind of language ever come out of anybody's mouth but Frank.
Frank, he don't know how to speak of language. He just make one up. Here's T. Graham Brown with Soul Talk. Let's get it going this morning. T. Graham with Jason Crabb. And, of course, Miss Angie Prim in the background.
I went down to the river walking. Me and my Lord had to do a little talking. Well, things have been bad now, don't you know? Even my old friend, the river was low. But I followed that water on down a hill till I found a little spot where the water was still. Felt better than a building with a big tall steeple. Like a church for folks that ain't church people. I kicked off my shoes and got baptized, purified and sanctified. I listened to the water and began to pray. That old man river had a lot to say. Whoa, soul talk is helping me walk the walk. Soul talk is helping me walk the walk. Soul talk, yeah, is helping me walk the walk. Soul talk is helping me walk the walk. Is helping me walk the walk. Oh, way off in the woods where there ain't no noise. When I stop and listen, I can hear the voice. Peace beyond all understanding. In a world that can be so demanding. Now my dark days are so much brighter. The load I bear is a little bit lighter. Giving me a brand new start. Speaking the language of my heart. Yeah, that's right. So talk. Helping me walk the walk. So talk. Helping me walk the walk. I got a so talk. Gonna. So talk. Helping me walk the walk. Helping me walk the walk. If I'm gonna talk the talk, I better walk the walk. If you're gonna talk the talk, you better walk the walk. If you're gonna talk the talk, anybody can talk the talk, but you better walk the walk. Come on. It's helping me walk the walk.
Just leave you speechless, didn't it?
Yeah, I love that song. Them boys be rolling on that.
Yeah, man.
You
Hun-
guys,
that's-
you guys are nuts.
That's Hungay. That's Hungay hitting that bass.
Can y'all see Ricky?
I can see him.
When I smile,
Well, you got a light that's not on over there. Why don't you
just
go
looked
turn the light on so people can see you?
I'm going to. I'm a proud dad. That's all I can see. Let's see.
Oh.
Smile, Ricky.
see that
There he
says,
is.
I'm a proud dad
If I wasn't busy over here, I'd go cut
of a
the light
freaking
on.
awesome daughter. And it says, yeah, she brought me this shirt.
Well, that's cute.
That's my baby.
Yeah,
Let's see. My light, Ricky's light. Yeah, that's Ricky's light.
yeah. We'll get Ricky a big spotlight here.
Ricky, I think it's on a switch.
It's on the wall switch, bro.
Other door.
No, that'd
not
work.
that one. Okay.
Now I'd lit him up like, man, we can see him now. Look, daylight back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's Ricky. Racket,
Ricky Rocket. Ricky the Rocket making racket. Making racket with Ricky Rocket here on the Ricky Rocket Show.
Can you see me now, Cindy?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Now I can see you.
All right, I got a question for you. If Jimmy cracked corn and nobody cared, why did they make a song about it?
That's a good question.
That's been bothering me all weekend.
Well, who's Jimmy?
You know, you seen the Muffin Man?
If I see him, I'm going to eat him. I ain't had no breakfast this morning, so he better not come around.
Yeah.
Good morning, Gary Johnson. Good luck at the doctor today.
You going to the doctor today to get?
That's what he said.
Yeah, he says in the morning, headed to all.
Well, I hope everything comes out good. Tell him you need a lube oil and filter. You'll be all right. Rotate and balance.
Change all your fluids.
Yeah.
We ain't lost Miss Hewitt, have we?
She's still on there.
No,
she
she
just don't know
still
what to
is.
say.
I'm listening to you. I'm just listening.
I thought you were a co-host.
You know what I feel like?
If you're a
I
listener,
feel
cut her
like,
off. She's a
honestly,
listener.
Hold on. What?
Listen 1 second. I honestly feel like I'm the lunchroom monitor. I'm just
You're just trying to make sure we don't get out of hand.
I'm making sure you don't get out of hand. I feel like the lunchroom monitor.
It's a long way to Friday.
Probably sitting at her desk with that
and you
ruler
know,
in
I
her
was
hand,
just
too.
thinking, well, and I was thinking of how your poor dad took you to the, I'm sure, to the woodshed, and your mom had her bucket of soap.
No,
So
we didn't
between
have
those
we didn't
two-
have a woodshed.
You didn't?
No, we had a coal bin.
Oh, okay. That's right. Well.
I was
okay,
too little to
I-
get took to the
because
coal bin too many times. Before Dad died, I was only 11, but he took care of business while he's still alive. I can tell you that. When I set the hill on fire and about burned down 3 houses, that was a good one. I remember that one.
Boys.
When I
boys,
stabbed my
know.
brother in the rear end with a tie pin on Easter Sunday morning, and he screamed, "Mark stabbed me!" And I got whooped with a wiffle ball bat that day.
A wiffle ball bat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dad grabbed
man.
the wiffle ball bat coming in our room, and I got whipped with. So I went to church Easter Sunday morning, told everybody I was crying. "What's wrong?" I said, "My daddy beat me with a ball bat."
All those fun things that boys do.
And I swallowed a
All
bullet
those
one time.
You
Swallowed a
swa-
22 bullet.
Good morning, Cindy
You
Murphy.
did?
Cindy Murphy, it was sure good to see Bubba Daddy yesterday.
Thought we was going to see him this morning, but
No, that's the Bubba. I talk about Bubba Daddy.
Bubba.
Got Bubba it, Bubba Daddy.
You better be nice.
Bubba Mama.
See? He ain't going to stop, Frank. You know how he does.
He's
He going to come up with names for the rest of the week.
I got up before the I had to go wake the chickens up this morning. They were sleeping, man. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, really, I had trouble sleep last night. Somebody slashed the tires on my house.
On your house.
He's joking.
Somebody
He's
came by and
joking.
slashed the tires on my house. Let the air out of the pool and everything.
Hey, Frank, have you got any good news today? I'll start Monday morning.
Cindy's trying to get this thing moving.
She sure is.
It's stuck right over in Stupidville. Welcome. The weather in Stupidville today. Scattered darkness throughout the night with a chance of daylight early in the morning. Continued daylight throughout the day with darkness again tomorrow night.
I don't mind Stupidville. We're just kind of steering away from Crudeville. We're
There
just
you
gonna
go.
do Stu-
What
that's
was
okay.
crude? What did I say that was crude?
You haven't. I said you haven't. I said I'm
I
steering
need
it
more than
away
that.
as long as it didn't go that way.
Oh, well, there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing good. You're
All
doing
right.
good this morning.
Good.
We
I'm
are.
proud of you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm proud of
Thank you
you.
so much. Well, I think we'll just go ahead and,
Doing good.
for Matt's sake, I'm going to go ahead and play a little Working on a Building this morning. Get everybody fired up. Here's Marty Rabin. Coming up here in a minute, you're going to hear T. Graham the Brown, Jimmy Make a Fortune, and A Trace of Adkins.
I'm
A
working
Trace
on
of
a
Atkins. That's cute.
building
If I had Johnny
for my
Cash
Lord.
and Charlie's Pride and Minnie's Pearls, I wouldn't have a buck
It's the
owing.
Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building for my Lord. For my Lord. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a drunkard,
I did. I'm laughing on this one. I'm muted. Yeah, I'm laughing too.
I'd cut
I'm
out my
laughing.
drinking brother and I work on a building too. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a gambler, I'll tell you what I would do. I'd cut out all my gambling and I'd work on the building too. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, not for my Lord. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building. It's the Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a preacher, well, I'll tell you what I would do. Well, I'd keep right on to preaching, and I'd work on a building too. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. Oh, here we go. Do some working now. I'm working on a building. 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 I'm working on a building for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. 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 It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. 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 For my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. Sound like Bill Monroe.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'll tell you what, if I made that sound like your beans is ready.
I think we about got this thing filled.
I like that. Yo, beans is ready.
Yeah,
That's so good.
I know.
That's a nice song. That's a real nice
You know,
song.
there's no telling how many people cover that version of working on a
Boy,
building.
I've heard several of them that took my arrangement and just ran with it.
Wow.
I was at I sang at a Cowboy church, and the person there, the music leader there, was talking about it, that he was trying to do that version or working on that version at his church.
Oh,
So
really?
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty cool.
Imitation is the greatest flattery.
No, getting a royalty
Speaking of-
check is. Getting a royalty
Speaking
check's the
of it-
greatest flattery.
Yeah.
Somebody asked Frank
Speaking
one
of
time for George Jones. He said, "Hey man, you think you can get George Jones' autograph?" Frank said, "I got it right here on the bottom of this check." Where the man done paid us.
I did ask Randy Travis that at CRS one year.
Well,
And he said, "Oh, you know, he had a bunch of people, and he said, well, you want my autograph?" I said, "Do you have a check?"
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Are you here for an autograph? Yeah.
Oh, Matt said your cabbage sandwich is ready, Frank.
Your cabbage. I didn't even fry it or anything. I just stuffed cabbage. It was,
Yeah, I had to get Brown to say that on the record. Your cabbage sandwich is ready.
Your cabbage sandwich is ready. Yeah.
It was raw. You mean you just gave him raw cabbage?
Look, I had to bribe him. I'd tell him, come over. He'd say, I ain't got no gas. I'll give you $1. $1 gets you there and back then. I ain't got no food. Or else I'd tell him, come on over, I got some food. He'd come over.
A cabbage sandwich. A raw cabbage
Pita
sandwich.
bread and a cabbage.
Over there eating rabbit
Pita
food
pocket
souffle.
full of-
Yeah, they want to know, do you want sugar on it? No.
Sugar on cabbage?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
He had a
remember
little
that.
thing of sugar there, and you're going to sprinkle on it. You want this on it? You want no?
I must have hooked up with some Mediterranean girl or something that week and learned something new. I don't know what it was. It's hard
Well,
to
Mark,
tell.
with your international travels, and you've traveled pretty much all
Yeah,
over the
I've been
world,
everywhere, man. Huh?
What is the strangest thing you have ever eaten?
Please
You
don't answer for me.
rephrase that question.
Please.
Let's rephrase that.
Yes.
What is the strangest thing
Yes.
that someone has served you to eat?
Served me to eat. Because Frank's been with me when I ate snake's heads and ate a bit of snake's head in half, or a snake in half one time.
Wait a minute, you ate a snake head.
No, he
Well, I
used to bite the heads off fish when we were out fishing.
Snakes, bottles, cans. I was crazy.
Yep, I remember he bit that can.
Had to go down to the hospital and get sewed up.
He bit a can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd bite the beer cans in half.
Oh my goodness!
That's
You know,
stupidity.
spe-
Aren't
was
you kind
after-
of glad
that was
this is
after-
not your child?
That was after a bottle of
Speaking of
wild turkey.
rehab,
But
You
speaking
said
of
it was.
rehab,
Yeah, you eating can.
Anyway, let's move off of that. I'm not going to glamorize that
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
Probably the
yeah.
craziest thing that I can remember eating, as far as like crazier stuff I didn't like. Because there's some stuff you
Either.
say that
Yeah.
look, it sounds crazy, but it's not really all that crazy when you think about it.
you
Fried
elaborate on
dried
both?
squid caught me by surprise. I thought it was bacon strips, and I picked up a piece of fried dried squid, and it tasted like a diaper would taste.
I've never eaten a diaper, so
You know how a
would that-
diaper smells?
Oh, you talking about
Yeah.
the
That's
terry
what it
cloth? Oh,
that's what
okay.
it tastes like. Tastes like a diaper.
See, I couldn't
Alma
do that.
loves it.
I couldn't do okra.
Oh, really? I
Ooh,
love
I
okra.
still can't eat.
Oh,
I would
I
not
love
eat
okra.
no
I love
okra.
okra.
Oh no, no.
That's snot squash.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you like it? A texture thing? You just don't like the taste
Man,
of it?
look, anything gooey like that, no.
Well, how about fried? When it's all crispy.
It's crispy.
Crispy.
No,
Crispy.
no.
I'll eat it.
I
I
can't.
love boiled okra. I will eat it anyway.
I
I
like-
like it.
But what
I
about
like
all
okra.
that stuff that slime that's coming off of it?
It's good. I like it.
What does the slime taste like?
Okra slime.
Okra.
Tastes very similar to okra slime.
Well, guess what? I would never be able to tell you what that tastes like unless I'm in a I must eat this to survive situation.
I mean, the stuff I've looked at on the menu and I've thought that can't be right. But I've eaten balut.
Balut, what is that?
What is that?
That's a fermented duck egg. That's it's a almost
Oh,
hatched
yeah.
duck egg, and then they bury it in the sand for about a month and pull it out, and then they boil it for about 6 to 8 hours, and it's like eating a tennis ball.
And you found that appetizing?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I didn't find it appetizing at all.
I was working at Keegan's.
But where I was at, that state of mind I was in, I could probably eat a bowling ball.
I was working at Keegan's, and they had a party for Cisco Food Company for all the top execs. And they had this big old tray. Had all of these little things on them. Come to find, they look like, it kind of looked like a mushroom, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I picked one up, and I ate it. And the dude said, the chef said, "Hey man, how do you like that wild boar?" That stuff came out. I thought it was
Wild boar. You thought it was bad?
It was the way they had it prepared. It looked like it was wrapped in something. But man, when I bit into that thing, man, I thought my eyeballs were gonna pop out my head. That was the nastiest thing I've ever put in my mouth. And it was water. It was like some kind of liquid stuff was on the inside.
Oh,
Nasty,
my goodness.
Might have
nasty.
been the
Oh
boar's
my!
eye.
Huh?
Might have been his eyeball.
Yeah, you're right. I might have. I bit into it.
You might have been eating eyeballs.
And didn't
You never
even
know.
Golly.
One of my favorite things to watch.
messed my
I
week
love the
up.
Food Network. I love these challenges. I don't know if you guys ever watched that or not, but I love to watch the Food Network Star that comes on. It comes on Sunday night, and they'll give them a challenge, and it's fun to watch these people. They'll give them challenges to make foods. Many of them I've never heard of.
Have you ever seen
And-
it? Oh, go ahead.
And last night there was a challenge of a tomato. They had to do something with the tomato, and they had them in two different teams, and they were actually having to compete. They were doing this Beat Bobby Flay. I don't know if y'all have ever watched that or not, but there's another show. Bobby Flay and Casella I believe that's her name, are the judges on this, or the host of the show. And one of the guys from Louisiana put these peppers in this tomato, and these beautiful ladies are trying it, and they're eating this tomato. It looks beautiful, and they get a taste of that pepper. They spit it out really quick. It was funny. And I was thinking, Mark, if that was you, you would have eaten that and said, "Yum!" I know you like hot.
You've put Frank to sleep over here.
See, Mark will do stuff and then put it on everybody else.
I'm sorry.
That boy that threw. You know what? I should be like a piece of paper because he has thrown me under the bus so much. I'm under the tires,
Yeah.
the engine, everything.
Yeah.
I should be like a piece of paper now, just a drawing.
Yeah. That's like when I told on me and my brother for smoking.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'll go back to being the hall monitor.
No. We're just kidding you because you're so sweet. You're so sweet about, and it was so funny because those poor little ladies. Of course, I'd be over here saying, and it burned their mouth off and their face fell out the floor. And,
He sure would, too.
woman's hind end was all the way around her heels. It was so hot. Hind end. HINE hyphen IN. Your hind end. I bust your hind end. You know what a hind end is, don't you, Cindy?
Oh yeah, I'm from the South. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You'll get when we were growing up, it was you'll get a switch on your hind end if you don't stop it.
Well, Mom didn't put the D on it. It's just hind end.
It's hind end.
I'll bust your hind end. I'll mash your mouth.
I'll mash your mouth. Well, he gonna take your mouth and just ball it all up.
Let's go to Kinsey with a song called Orphan. Looking forward to seeing Kinsey in a day or two.
Oh my God.
You're never alone in the world. You're never alone in the world. You believe in each and every one of us. You're never alone in the world. I was born and lost and
Hello, lahat na pamilya sa Pilipinas at Australia. Magandang gabi sa Stephanie. Si Stephanie. That's hello to everybody. You there, Cindy?
Go ahead, Frank. Go on and make up a line. You might as well.
I'm here.
I just make Frank's going to translate for you.
Yeah, he's going to translate.
No, I ain't saying that.
Oh, I thought you had
Good
one
morning to
to-
Australia.
Good morning,
Or
Australia.
good night.
I remember.
I don't know what time is over there.
I was thinking about this thing I was
What's
looking
that
at.
buzz?
Well, it's this iPhone picking
Oh.
up in there, so hate it for you. iPhone's giving us some RF interference, but we'll live through it. I didn't bring my other phone this morning. I had kind of an urgent
Just
situation.
throw it on the table real quick.
Yeah, it'll fix it, won't it? Just break it. Needs to stop transmitting and shut up. Well, anyway, I was thinking about this friend of mine, Butch Moore. He's an attorney in Nashville. So this old farmer from Hartsville came in to get a divorce.
Okay.
He said, I seen in the paper a man could get a divorce down here. He said, well, we can handle it for you. You got to have some grounds. He said, I got 48 acres over here in Hartsville. He said, ain't what I'm talking about. He said, you got to have a case. He said, well, I sold that case and I got this John Deere. Will that work? He said, no, buddy, does she beat you up or anything? No, we both get up about 4:30 in the morning. He said, is she a nag or anything? No, she's a little white woman about that tall, but she's not nagging nobody.
What'd you say? Is he a nag? No,
Ricky, I give you permission to just bonk him on the head.
no. You see, the thing is, I understand the joke. I understand the Cindy. That's a country woman, a nagger. You know, a woman that nags somebody all the time.
With a band of unschooled ruffians and a few old fishermen. No one knew just where he came from or exactly what he'd done. But they said it must be something bad that kept him on the run. Some say he was a poet, that he'd stand upon the hill, that his voice could calm an angry crowd or make the waves stand still, that he spoke in many parables that few could understand. But the people sat for hours just to listen to this man. Some say he was a sorcerer, a man of mystery. He could walk upon the water, he could make a blind man see, that he conjured wine at weddings and did tricks with fish and bread, that he talked of being born again and raised people from the dead. Some say a politician who spoke of being free. He was followed by the masses on the shores of Galilee. He spoke out against corruption and he bowed to no decree. And they feared his strength and power, so they nailed him to a tree.
that he came to be a servant and to set us free from sin. And that's who I believe he is, 'cause that's who I believe. And I think we should get ready, 'cause it's time for us to leave.
Jeff Seidel.
Yes.
He's a pretty good singer.
He's a sweet guy.
I know. I owe him a logo this morning too, and he'll wear you like Michael. If you don't get it, if you got something, he's supposed to, if you miss a deadline on Jeff, he'll start riding you like Michael does.
Yeah.
Michael blow your phone all the way up.
Blow
You
your
don't
ringer
answer,
up.
then he start machine gun dialing you, and then you answer the phone. He goes,
What are you doing?
"What are you doing? Is that what you've been calling me for? Like to do a survey?" No.
Well,
What'd you want? Well,
Nothing now.
let me call you back.
Yeah.
Or he'll say, all right.
All right. Well, y'all know him, don't you?
I don't call. We don't call our kids. We text them. And if I try to call them, they don't answer. But if they try to call us and we don't answer, they'll keep calling back, and they're like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you not answering?"
They will blow the
But
ringer
they
out
don't.
your phone.
You
We're
think
supposed to answer.
think about things that we do nowadays that we didn't used to do. Like you go to the store nowadays, you go and they tell you swipe. If you swipe something, when I went to the store, when I was a kid, you go to the store, you swipe something, you get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Girl told me, I went to swipe, and the girl told me strip down and start taking off my clothes. I didn't know what to do. She said, strip down. Okay. A bit was something that either went in your horse's mouth or the end of your drill.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah.
A gig happened at night, and you got paid at the end of it.
right.
Or else you used it to kill frogs with.
Oh, that's what they used to get. It was called a gig.
Yeah, gigging
Frog
frogs.
gig. Go frog gigging.
I've never been frog gigging.
Ain't no wonder.
Detroit.
Where they
Have frogs in
I was getting ready to say, ain't no wonder where they do it at. It probably wouldn't be a good idea for you to be in the swamp at night. It ain't no wonder.
No,
That'd be me. That'd be like me going TV stealing.
Well, no, we didn't. We had to go. We didn't see frogs very often in the asphalt jungle.
That's right. I asked Ricky one time, is it true that all the men in the hood in Detroit carry knife? He said, no. He said, I used to carry a ice pick.
Not all the time.
Not when you had your gun, right?
No, it wasn't that bad actually, because
It was that bad where I grew up.
it wasn't that bad. I mean, it started getting like that after a while. But
Yeah.
they're trying to put it back together. There's still the murder rate is still like astronomical, but all in all, because I see a lot of videos from home, and I'm seeing a lot of positive things happening.
Well, that's good.
The hood is not there, but the people.
That's
are.
good. If y'all can get Kid Rock elected senator up there, you'll be all set.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Wouldn't
now.
that be good?
Kid Rock? Oh my God.
Well,
I know.
Guess what,
Exactly.
Yeah.
guess what California's got coming?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner wants to run for Senate, too.
Yeah.
But that's politics. We'll get away
I
from
think
that.
I'm running for the airport.
You said you better roll up out of here now.
I'm fixing to go. I'm getting ready to go. Just like Jeff said, about time for us to leave. I'm ready to get on up out of here, man.
Then I'm coming to Texas so I can get in Cindy's band.
Getting her band.
Yeah.
Well, we will do something. Yeah.
Well, she don't even
Yeah.
play
Play
anymore.
together.
Huh?
She don't even play anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be sitting around her band, you'd be having mold growing on your stick. She done turned into an executive.
Yeah. You
Oh,
need to
that's what you are. And I thought
need
you
to
were
sit
still.
here
She
and be part of
she just works for special occasions nowadays.
You need to sit here and be part of the Air Band, the Cindy Hewlett
Yeah.
Air Band.
Cindy Hewlett Air Band.
Yeah, pull something up on the jukebox here in a minute. We'll play for her.
Yeah, we'll play. We'll figure out. We'll play the banjo song. That'll be a good one.
Yes, I'll be
I
in
like
your
the
air
banjo
band,
song.
Cindy. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would be honored to play with you, Ricky. I would be honored for you to play with me.
Now,
Let's
you don't
put it
have
that
nothing to
way.
put in for the Grammys this year, right, Cindy? Because you haven't done nothing new this year.
No, I'm taking a year off.
Oh,
and
okay.
Resting. We're working on this. We're working on this little thing called Morning Sunshine, and our SGBN network. So we're kind of busy, or I've been kind of busy.
Oh, have you been writing?
Oh yes, I've got some new songs that I've written. So I'm working on possibly something for next year, but not this year.
Okay, good.
We're
And I
thinking-
have been writing. Yes.
We've been talking
Do you
about.
want to know what I'm working? Do you know what I'm working on right now, Mark? You don't even know that. Don't even know. I'm working on. You know how I like to do the hymns. I'm actually working on an arrangement of "How Great Thou Art" for me.
Okay, good for you. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I know it'll be
Yeah.
great. Ricky and I have been talking about doing an early morning show starting at 7 called Morning Constitution.
I can think of another name. I can
Me
think
too.
Of another name.
Morning, Dewey.
Meet me at the outhouse. Bring the catalog and don't bring the slick pages.
You got Dewey.
You always
on
like
there.
to get, huh?
You got Dewey on there. Did you say anything about the boat? Fishing?
Dewey, if you're listening, we need to do a live remote from the fishing boat.
Yeah,
That's what
we
we'll call
really
it.
do.
Live remote from the fishing boat here on the Dicarp Diesel.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that the name of it? Oh, okay.
I don't know what I forgot what it's called.
The dicarb diesel.
Here on the Dicarp Diesel, the USS Never Dock.
Cynthia Cruz is watching. Hey, baby girl,
Cynthia
we miss
Cruz,
you. We
where
love
are
you.
you? Are you across the world? Tell us where you are. Are you across the world? Are you home? Where are you?
We love you,
Boy,
baby
we
girl.
miss
We
Cindy
miss
Cruz.
you. Yeah, we really do. We love you, baby girl.
She is out there in Uncle Sam's Great Big Canoe Club.
Yeah, the real big canoe.
Yeah.
That's
Out there on the USS Never Come Home.
Oh, it ain't home yet.
So, yeah.
Huh? Do
I
what?
told her welcome.
Well, yeah, welcome to Cindy Cruz.
Yeah, we love you, baby girl. We miss
Get
you.
home. Bubba's trying to get married on us.
He
You
sure
guys are
is.
going to sabotage about it, so you stop it.
What?
Don't sabotage what's happening. Let it happen.
Don't
naturally.
sabotage it.
Just sit back and let it all happen naturally. You don't
Oh,
need
it's
to help
happening,
him.
girl.
Oh.
It's
Bubba
happening.
doesn't need.
Oh, yeah.
Bubba doesn't need your.
It's
help.
happening. The man walks around and you can see them little cartoon birds floating around his head. The man got to love Jones.
I gotta love Jones.
He got it. People all over the world.
His
Ooh,
dress
baby,
is different.
ooh.
Oh yeah, he's dressing.
He's a
hey,
beach bum now.
Oh yeah, he's
He ain't
wearing
no
all kind of
cowboy
pretty.
anymore.
He's wearing all kind of pretty colors and stuff. Like you see him, he's got on pretty greens.
Done lost
and-
him 60, 70 pounds.
Oh yeah, he's a handsome devil.
Do you know
I'm
what
telling
my
you, he's a
brother
regular
said that-
fashion plate now.
I have it funny for you. My brother used to say the reason women wear white when they get married is so they would match the appliances.
Oh,
So you get it? Ha-ha.
wow.
See, it's not funny if it comes from me. That's why I just sit back and do the monitor.
That is funny.
Yeah, you say funny things. Ricky says things funny. Did Cindy answer up? Is she on the ship or is she home?
I don't know. It says she's watching.
Here's T. Graham Brown again with Midnight Rainbow, accompanied by the Booth Brothers.
Oh, I know there's a midnight rainbow always near, but it seems so far. Oh, I know the sun is always shining. You just roll the clouds away, and there you are. Beyond my tears, there's a midnight rainbow. All my fears, yeah, they washed away. troubles are all behind me. I think I just might make it through another day. What a rain has stopped. The storm has lifted. Cascading colors swirl around me now. Since the tide has turned and winds have shifted, looks like I made it to higher ground. Look there, I see. Oh, there's a midnight rainbow, a blessed sight, bathed in heaven's light. I believe, somewhere beyond the darkness, somewhere there's a rainbow every night. Oh, I know, there's a midnight rainbow, always near. Oh, but it seems so far, so far. Yes, I believe, somewhere beyond the darkness, oh, somewhere there's a rainbow every night. Somewhere there's a rainbow every night. Now there's a midnight rainbow.
Fun to debut that one on our station. That's the first time
Very
we've
nice
played
song.
it on Morning Sunshine.
Your
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
That
it's
sure
a nice
is,
song.
isn't it?
Real nice song.
Yeah, it's got that thing on it.
Yeah.
Sound like the Shy Lights.
Yeah, I like that organ in the background.
Pat Coyle.
Yeah, that
That's
boy.
Pat
that,
Coyle laying it down there.
ringing them chords, boy. Ringing.
Yeah,
them.
he can do it, man. You know, we love to get on here and cut
You know,
up. in the
I
morning.
think Mark Wood's calling around tennis.
He's supposed to call 10.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a problem without the other phone,
I can't do it.
right?
Oh wow, can we
Let me
call
send him a
him?
message then.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't merge them in. We'll have to set him up for tomorrow. Nothing I can do about it. I couldn't get back on. So I tell you, I told you a couple of times what I had going on this morning. Anyway, Beth had to get to the airport, and the person that was supposed to take her to the airport told her about a half hour after she was supposed to leave, and about an hour and a half before her flight, that they weren't coming.
Wow.
So I jumped up out of the bed, pajamas and all, threw on some slippers,
Yeah.
got her there in record time, and she's on her way to California.
That's good.
So, but I left. I only took one phone with me instead of, but the two that I use here in the morning. So that's why we're running at a little bit of deficit. But we were able to get Cindy online, and
There you
we'll
go.
get. We had Mark set up last week, and he forgot. And this week we're incapable of doing it. So we'll just do it again. How about that? Here's Marty Rabin with "When He Rains, It Pours." Well, I love old Raybo.
The children of Israel walked the desert. Oh, for 40 years they wandered all around. They cried out to God and all their hunger. And they knew when the manna came down. 'Cause when he rains, it pours. He can open heaven's door and shower out a blessing that your heart can't even store. When he rains, it pours. There were 5,000 on the hillside. Oh, the multitude was waiting to be fed. Now folks still wonder how he filled them with just 2 fish and 5 loaves of
That's Marty Rabin on Morning Sunshine with Mark and Cindy along with Frank and Ricky.
Oh,
Pastor Bubba didn't show up. It's top of the hour. Let's go into our second part of Morning Sunshine. Good morning. Those of you just joining on the West
Thanks
Coast
for
and
waking up with us.
other places around the world, get up!
Get up out that bed.
Sun been up 30 minutes. Let's go.
That's right. Sounds like me.
Woman, get in there and rattle them pots and pans.
Hey, is it lunchtime yet?
Get that bacon grease in that skillet. Just get on with it.
That's right.
Got work to get did.
Oh, the Southampton Roads Mission Project. What is that?
Shrimp.
That's what it is.
It says Mark is Morning Sunshine doing a remote broadcast one of the days during the shrimp next week. I thought, y'all going shrimping?
Who's asking that?
Matthew?
I don't know. If you can get the weather to cool down a little bit, we might.
I thought y'all was going shrimping. Good morning, everybody.
Magandang umaga, Ate Joy. Magandang gabi doon sa Pilipinas. Sandali lang po, weather report. Malapit na.
Go on, do your Chinese like you did the other day.
Huh?
Go on, say good morning and all that in Chinese.
Ni hao.
Huh?
Ni hao.
That's it? I can say that. Ni hao.
Say, Sai Chin.
Sai Chin.
Sai Chin.
Sai Chin.
That's bye-bye. Good morning. Cindy's dead.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you passed out. I thought we killed you on the first half.
No. I have a question for you, Bart. You keep talking about, or you told me that you jumped out of bed in your pajamas and house shoes. Are you still in your pajamas and house shoes?
I am.
He is.
Hold on.
You are?
Yep.
I know exactly what you was going to do.
Look like two hams down there on the carpet.
Two hairy hams.
Boy, I swear.
I've got enough hair on my legs to make an Indian blanket.
I thought he was starting a new diet this morning. Said he could have wore that black shirt against his black background.
Oh, okay.
That makes
Now
two
you just
of
gotta
us.
sit up straight. There you go. Look at him. Done lost 20 pounds.
He's showing
Looks
off
good
his
to me.
manly figure.
Who
Ricky
cares?
just stretches out his letters.
You see, the main thing says, I'm a proud dad of an awesome daughter.
Well, there you have it.
A freaking awesome daughter.
That's great.
I got one for Father's Day. Said, I'm sorry. What was I thinking? I could have gone to the movies, but no.
Remember that one
my-
said 100%
I
cotton?
saw a
And
shirt
never mind.
You should wear.
Do what?
You should wear a shirt. I saw a shirt yesterday. You should wear to honor Michael and Robbie, your boys. It said, I asked God for a better me, and he gave me my son.
Oh,
I
that's
thought that was
awesome.
cool.
I asked God for what?
A better me.
I asked God for a better me, and he gave me my son.
Oh, that would have been lightning bolts.
We're waiting for a rebuttal.
I'm reminded to let this cup pass from me.
They did.
He's speechless, Michael. He's speechless.
Yeah,
I love my boys and my daughter.
Louisa.
Yeah, I love my baby girl.
Seguez.
Sigis.
We've been
Seguez
separated.
says,
and
bye
now
bye,
God
Uncle.
brought
Nice,
us
nice,
back.
nice.
Bye. Magandang gabi. Musta na?
Good morning, Travis.
Paalam. Miss kita sobra. Huh?
Good morning, Travis Sears.
Travis Sears.
See, I thought you were off today. You could have come down here and sat in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could go up to the grocery store and sit in the dairy section and be the big cheese.
He could run over there and get some donuts or croissants or something, too.
He'd go up to the old folks' home and wax the steps.
After he counts them all.
Wax the steps at the old folks' home.
Yeah, wax
You are
the steps.
terrible. You working for an ortho guy or what?
I'm just thinking something to do, you know.
You gonna wax the steps, huh?
Yeah.
Cindy,
Yeah.
did you hear what he said he wants to do? Go over to the old folks' home and wax the steps.
I heard that. I heard that.
I didn't say I wanted to. I said Travis could.
And he would not. No, he would not do that. I know he. I've taken him to the place where my mother lives, and it's not assisted living. It's called independent living.
Yeah, that's what they call
and
it
he
now.
entertained
I call it $5,000 a month
and-
rent, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's not quite
Which
that
is true.
expensive. This was-
Independent living is a trailer in West Virginia with your food stamps. That's independent living.
Anyway,
With your
they
food
they have a huge grand piano in there, and Mark made it come alive. And so there's a gentleman that works the evening shift, and nearly every time if I'm in there on the weekends and he's working, he always asks me, "How's Mark? How's Mark? When's he going to come back and play again?"
Tell him as soon as they let him out. As soon as he can make bond.
Is he locked
Do we
up?
know any bell bondsmen?
Talking
or
about me.
listening? Maybe we should
Talking
find
about me.
one.
She said, when am I coming back? The guy keeps asking, when is Mark coming back? I said, tell her, as soon as he makes bond. I'll be there as soon as I get out. You got to pay attention, Rick.
Yeah. Hey,
We're
look.
kind of slow. It's Monday morning. Can you tell
Yeah,
us?
they don't understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, you need us to pick it up some?
We can pick up the pace for you if you want. Here's Ray Price picking
No,
up the pace
no,
with
in
I
fact, was
Believe.
thinking-
Here's Ray Price picking up the pace.
I believe.
That's
for
picking up
every
the
drop
pace?
Of rain that falls,
My heart skips a beat.
flower grows.
I like Ray.
I believe that somewhere in the darkest night,
You notice I always play this at the top of the second hour.
Yeah.
I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe, I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why. I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why. I believe.
Sounds like a Christmas song.
Sounds to me like Ray Price singing I Believe.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
okay.
I just love Ray Price doing that song. I really
Only
do.
one, the one and only.
Yeah. From Nacogdoches, Texas.
Oh, that's where he's
I
from?
still want you to find that. I want you to find that other song. There's one of the other ones, or I want you to load it when you can. The one specifically for his wife. That one.
I'll do that today. I'll load it. We'll play it tomorrow. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's a wonderful song. It really is. And Ray has a way of bringing me down. You know, not down, but just
Yeah, he calms your spirit.
calms my spirit. You know, and that song, and you know, I think
Oh,
about what a
yeah.
classy fellow he was, and
Yeah, sometimes we all
Yeah.
need our spirits.
how honored I was to get to know him and be around him, and
Good.
went to the White House with him, put Frank to sleep.
Wake up. Good morning.
You'll notice the hats, the display of hats. We have started receiving hats. Oh, that's been here, but I got this from Jason Dooley, and we got some Navy and Air Force and Coast Guard. We're missing the Army
And
Marines, and we listen. I mean, just send us a hat. It doesn't have to be military. It just happens that these are.
Yeah.
But it would sure be nice if you guys would send us some hats, and we'll display them, and then we'll start hanging them up back here and fill the thing up.
And before you know it, we'll be living in Hattsville.
Yeah, you remember that? Remember Lidsville?
Yeah, I used to
What was
like
that?
Lidsville.
Lidsville. That was
was
that H.R. Puff and stuff? It was a
Yeah.
spinoff from H.R. Puff and stuff,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, that's where they all came
H.R.
out of.
Puff and stuff.
So I knew a girl looked just like that donkey.
Really?
Yeah, she looked just like that donkey, just like her.
Well, go on, tell us about it.
No, y'all don't want to hear about that one.
Can't do it. It's a family show.
Yeah, she just looked.
Last week it was 400-pounder. This week it's a donkey.
Yeah, but she looked like it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Teeth hanging
I
all
think
out
you
the
hanging
front. She
out.
could eat popcorn through a picket fence, buddy.
I think you hanging out too much at nighttime.
Maybe not enough.
Ricky's getting into bed early. You notice that call's coming.
You do. That's right. I go to bed now. I'd sit there and watch Animal Planet too. I just go out and go to sleep because any minute now, any minute.
I got to watching Naked and Afraid.
Oh, that is so silly.
I've watched that before.
What's
I would
silly
never
about
be
it?
on that show.
It's and I wanted to find out what they get if they go through that 21 days. Now let me give you this. You remember the show Chopped?
Yeah.
Chopped. That was
If you
about
made the
food.
best meal, what'd you get? You remember?
50 grand?
No, 10,000.
10,000.
You seen the show Forged in Fire where they make a knife?
Yeah.
10,000. 21 days out in the bush, no clothes, no food, no medicine, 5,000.
Oh,
What?
I looked it up. That's what they get, $5,000.
no, there's no. That's no.
But you pick up, you might pick up malaria, and you might pick up this, and you might pick up. They probably come away
Might
with
pick
some
up a
other
chick, who knows?
illnesses. No, that's not.
By the time you get done with 21 days of a woman like that, you don't want it.
You sure don't.
You just say, get away from me.
Wait a minute, I've watched that show several times, and sometimes the woman is the one with the strength more so than the man. The man. can
Well,
be
there's
dated.
that.
Yeah, but I've seen episodes where that happened. You know.
All right, here's Ree Sanchez with Pray When It Rains. We'll be right back. Frank, give us some good news.
I was 3 years old at the side of my bed, learned to fold my hands and bow my head. My mama said, you know he's always listening. No matter what kind of trouble we find, ain't nothing too big, he's always got the time for fixing. Yeah, that's his business. It may be hard to see for such a little girl, but things can get a little scary in this big old world. When the skies get dark and the clouds roll in, kicking up dust in the Texas wind, and everything begins to change. You may not pray when it's sunny, but you'll pray when it rains. I turned 17 and I learned how to run on the back of a Harley, soaking up the sun, holding on to someone who never really loved me. When a bolt of lightning lit up the sky and the sound of thunder shook through the night, before I knew it, the storm was upon me. When the skies get dark and the clouds roll in, kicking up dust in the Texas wind, and everything begins to change. You may not pray when it's sunny, but
Looking forward to a road trip with Ree this weekend or this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're out of here.
Heading up to right around Sandusky, Ohio.
Okay.
That's near Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, big theater up there. That she's going to be there. Kenzie's going to be there.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I
Ricky
think.
Rocket.
Let me think here. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's at 1:15. Wednesday, Thursday. I got a 9:15 doctor's appointment, so I won't be here that Thursday.
Well, we'll be on the road.
Y'all be on the road.
We'll be doing the show from the road.
Friday, I'm
Yeah.
back in the operating room to get this thing taken out of my chest. So
I
won't
thought
be
maybe
here
they
on
was
Friday.
gonna graft you on another foot. You been saying,
Saturday, I'm gonna be rolling, Jack.
You'll be unplugged.
yo, so they gonna-
Unplugged.
So
Full
what
of
is that you have here?
You got PICC line. Goes into the top end of your heart.
Oh,
Yeah, let me show you. See them two things?
I'm
Those are
glad.
called extra nipples.
I was gonna say I'm glad
Oh,
you
come
had.
on,
I'm
Frank.
glad you had on a bra.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's where he's getting all of his antibiotics, where his foot almost fell off.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it looks great. Look, it looks great. I took advantage. I changed
Yeah.
advantage yesterday.
Yeah.
And a big
Now it looks
old-
like a hamburger instead of meatloaf.
No, it don't.
Looked like meatloaf last week instead of now it's pink like hamburger.
Looked like a scaled snake yesterday fell off it. It literally.
Really?
Yeah. That's good. The scab on the leg.
Yeah.
fell off.
Cindy,
Yes, I'm listening.
you sent Frank a piece of good news.
There's Deborah Jenkins.
Yeah. Hi,
Deborah
Debbie.
Jenkins, she's don't send the ransom money. She got loose.
We hadn't seen her all last week.
I saw her yesterday and I didn't recognize her. I said,
yeah.
I remember you.
I know you.
Yeah, I know you. I know you. I know you. Cindy, you gave Frank some good news
I did.
from Texas. Why don't you share the good news with us? Because Frank wants you to do it this morning since we step all over you and don't give you any time.
Yeah.
Well,
And against mine and
you
Ricky's
don't
better judgment, we'll go ahead and let you do it.
Yeah.
have- Well, I have to find it.
We love you, Cindy.
Matter
We
of fact,
love
can
you,
you
baby.
give her some
Well,
background music? It's
Sure.
a pretty story.
All right, hold on. Let me get the.
I'll give her a minute to pull
I'm
it
going to give her
up.
I love to tell the
Yeah,
story.
let me-
She's got to pull it
Give her a
up.
minute. This portion of our program is not brought to you by Nestle Water.
Well, you could talk about
It's
your
not.
sponsors while she's doing that.
Okay.
We could talk about dicarb, and we could talk about dicarb right here in the Hampton Roads area. If you're listening, and a lot of you are on radio and throughout the day, we have as many as we reached. We noticed yesterday.
1,002.
That's what actually we had in viewers. Our reach that will still get picked.
Wonderful.
That will still get picked up, but we'll reach somewhere throughout the day 10, 12,000 people.
With the
And
radio, right?
With the radio and everything combined. And with that being said, there are some folks that are listening in the Hampton Roads area, and if you need anything done with carpet-wise, flooring-wise, upholstery on your furniture, if you need your flooring in your boat cleaned or your seats cleaned, your aircraft, they do all that stuff. And they've been in business for a couple of decades now, almost going up on 3 decades. And they're family-owned, family-operated, which don't let that deceive you. That's not just one guy running around the truck. They got a whole fleet of them things running up there.
They
Every time
sure
you look
do.
around, you see dicarb. And get that number off the side of the truck or go visit them on the web. So you're listening on the web, so it's easy to get there. Go to dicarb.com, and you'll be able to get the information that you need, set up an appointment, or just call Debbie and Dewey over there, and they'll give you their expertise and give you their good pricing. They're competitive in the market, or they wouldn't be able to stay in business, obviously. And I like to say it like this: they may not advertise the best, they just are the best.
There you go.
You know, you
Yeah.
got a
Yeah,
couple of
that's
national
great.
companies out there that can out advertise them, but they can't outwork them.
There you go.
Support your local folks. This is
That's right.
this is Buy American Week, so won't you just go ahead and make it Buy Locally Week and get your
Yeah.
carpets done, and your
Absolutely.
furniture done. And
Absolutely.
also, I want to point out too, Debbie told me that she's looking for a couple other crews to put on. Business is going real well for them. She's looking for, so if you've got experience in carpeting or carpet cleaning or flooring installation or anything like that, or if you just want to work hard, reach out to them there at dicarp.com, and they'll be glad to talk to you about that as well. Then we have Overhead Door in Lubbock, Texas. Any of your dooring needs that you need, like for for your big RV that you got. That you built your new structure
doors.
for that. Your garage doors, power garage doors, your business doors, anything like that. Overhead doors, they got it. If yours is broken, they'll come fix
people.
it.
That's right. They are good people.
Yeah, they sure are. They really
well,
are.
I have it up and ready.
All right. Let's
If you're
hear
ready
it.
for me.
I'm ready here. I'll give you
Yes.
some music. You can't hear it, but here it is. Your music's
Okay.
playing. It's beautiful, too.
8-year-old Paige Vasquez always prays for people, especially police officers, since she knows they do not have the easiest job. She says that every little prayer helps. So when she noticed a group of police officers at a local restaurant, she walked over and asked if she could pray for them. The officers from San Antonio, Texas, were touched by the gesture and bowed their heads with Paige to pray. Paige did not know that these officers were still grieving over the loss of a fellow cop who lost his life in the line of duty just last month. This small act of kindness resonated with people all over the world, and Paige's picture has been shared countless times on social media. God bless this young girl, and I hope this chain of prayer continues. I think that's so sweet, out of a mouth to babe.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
And the way you read it, we need to get you to start reading
good news.
bedtime stories.
Yes.
Okay,
So
I
we can-
will.
Because you read
I
it
will.
you read it with that wonderful little cadence that goes with a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Once upon a
I have
time, there
some
was a little boy who
experience.
had
Oh,
big
yes.
blisters on his feet.
Yes.
And as he stood there on the asphalt with his feet melting into the tar, a dove came by and pooped on his head.
I knew you were going to say that.
Would you like me to read it the way that you would read it, Mark, or the way that
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah, do
talk?
it the
Let
way
me
Mark
hear it.
would do it. Yeah, do
Let's
the
hear
way
it.
Mark
Read
would
it the
do
way we'd read it.
No. 8-year-old Paige Vasquez always prays for people, especially police officers, since she knows they do not have the easiest job.
Which is the truth. You got to put that in there.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to read it.
That's how I would do
I
it.
think that deserves to be. Well, how would you do it?
Where's the article?
He'd do it with about AC/DC behind in the background track.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Hey, you know who we need to invite to our show? I think we need to. We have a friend named Leon Stonehenge, and since we love everyone, and Leon needs to be converted, and he may have been converted since I
Him and
talked to him
Clarence
last.
both.
Stonehenge
have
was
him
left
on
at
the
the
show.
Stonehenge was left at the women's prison at Penn Springs, West Virginia, with the diaper and a pin stuck through his belly meat, and the note that said Stonehenge circus baby.
Oh, circus baby.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
can sing. He really is, guys.
He can't remember
Ricky, I don't
the-
know if you know Leon or not, but he's a
No.
great
Leon
singer.
Stonehenge
Now,
and
talk
the
about-
original Underground Aviators.
Yes, and Ricky, you talk about someone you could drum with. You need to drum with Leon. You would love that.
Wow.
Stonehenge can really play. When he gets going, he'll get going like he'll crank down on a fast song. He suffers with occasional irregularity, so he's got to get through them.
So he got to hurry up.
Stonehenge. We'll bring Stonehenge on.
And the next thing will be Pontius Pilate and Nail Driving 5.
Yeah, probably.
I would like to
are these
interview. I'd like to interview him.
You want to interview
So we'll have to make
Stonehenge?
that happen. I do.
He'll
Maybe
have
we
to
could-
come in
maybe
under
we
the
could
hood
do
because
that.
he don't like to disclose his true identity, so he'll have to come in under the hood. He's from parts unknown.
We could do that. We could tape it and then play it. We could do that. We
We
call
could.
him and, a lot of people pre-record, so we could do that.
So I'd like to get some of
Everything
the.
doesn't have to be live.
I'd like to get some of the Leonettes to come in here and dance.
I mean, is he still performing? Is he still around?
Who, Stonehenge? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still around.
Well, and before you bring the Leonettes, you have to have a written permission from Alma. You have to bring a note.
Yes.
Well,
Speaking of notes, I have 25 years experience working in a barber shop, and I want to tell you something a man will do. I could tell on you guys. I just sit and listen. One of these days, I'm going to let loose, and I'm going to tell everyone what men are really like. I am.
well, I know what men
I'm
are
going
really
to-
like.
I know
but
what they're
I'm going
like.
to share it with the women. With the women don't.
Women know if women
think-
if a woman's been married, she knows what men are like. If she's had boys and raised them, she knows what men are like. You're not letting out any trade secrets.
That's why most of them get pets. They like dogs.
Well, this man came in it was on a Tuesday morning, I believe, and he came in and he wanted me to burr his hair, take it all off. And this man had a beautiful head of hair. And I said, no, are you sure? He said, yes, I do. It's hot and I don't want it. So I cut it off. And later I run into his wife, and his wife said, you cut all my husband's hair off. And he told her that I messed up, and so I had to take it all off. He told a white lie.
Oh.
So after that, if a man came in and they wanted a burr, they had to
Had
bring
to
a
have a
permission
note.
slip from their wife. Yes.
Wow. He threw
Yes.
you under the bus that time, didn't he?
You me tell you who
really-
that
no,
sounds
he
like,
did.
Cindy?
What? Who?
The one sitting to my far left.
Probably so. Probably so.
But Frank told me.
It's all Frank's fault.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah.
Ricky's fault. I let up on Frank. It's Ricky's fault now.
Yeah, I get blamed for everything.
By the way, that couple ended up getting a divorce. I wonder why.
They did.
That charger.
They did get. Hold on now. Ricky's having technical difficulties. Let me get him a charger here.
Wow.
That hand signal you gave could have been very confusing.
So he went home and
yeah.
told his wife that you messed up on it.
It really good. Okay.
You had me nervous there for a while.
He said, Rick, what's on your mind? What you thinking about, dude?
Well, Cindy, I cut my hair the other day.
You did. It looks nice.
Well, thank you.
Tell her how you cut it.
You know, I got a Flowbee.
Really?
You got
I've had one about 30 years.
And they work. They
Oh
work.
my goodness, they
Yeah.
work. Let me tell you something. A human being could not get it as even as a Flowbee does,
Have you seen the
That's
back of it?
wonderful.
because you know it sucks it up in the Flowbee.
Have
goes
you
to
seen the back of it?
What, the back of my hair?
Yeah.
Well, it needs edged up.
It looks like you cut it with a weed eater back there,
That hard, be nice.
or a knife and fork.
I did.
He said a weed eater.
He got the hedge trimmers out and cut his hair.
I did see a picture online. Did you see that with the bald guy? They had the little guy on his head where they had cut out the guy mowing the grass.
Oh, that's funny.
It was.
Oh, wow.
That'd be great.
I should get one of those. Well, I ain't got no more.
We're glad you've joined us here this morning. It's 10:34 here on the eastern coast. The weather
We're giving out
outside is
so much
frightful,
information.
but the air conditioning is so delightful.
Oh my gosh.
And since we've no place to go, let it blow, let it blow, let it blow in here. Yeah, man. If you'll notice, we're not drenched in sweat this morning.
Yeah,
we got a
man.
nice cool breeze blowing through here with Freon combined with power.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, this last couple of weeks, I'm just now starting to get my strength back from laughing so much.
Gosh, it was terrible last week. That's why we're just kind of taking it easy today.
Yeah,
Be ready
man.
starting Wednesday. Well,
Why?
you won't be here, but
Why?
it's going back up again.
Why?
The temperature's going back up. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Ricky and I will be broadcasting from the road. We'll be in the mobile unit. We'll be in
Yes.
SGBN Mobile 1
Yeah.
going down the road, and there are no guarantees of what might happen.
Oh yeah, we know.
Now you know that is the SGB1.
SGBN wagon.
Yeah, I saw the license plates yesterday.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got an SGBN license plate now.
So what's it on? Is it on that out there?
On the flex.
It'll be on the flex in a little while.
Oh,
Today.
okay. Oh.
I got to get the Earl changed in it before we take
You gotta
off.
get to Earl. Yeah. Okay.
I got to get the Earl changed in it.
Do I need to
Detail
vacuum?
it?
Does it
Yeah.
need to be? Yeah, it needs to be clean. 'Cause
It needs to be
not-
clean, yeah, because
yeah,
we don't
we
want to
need
roll
to-
in there
yeah.
looking like,
Cindy,
Who
if
did
you
it
ever come
ran?
to Virginia Beach, if you drive, you have to let me lay
she
hands
ain't
on
driving.
your
She
car.
can't drive it far.
Oh, you can't drive that far?
No, she'd be
But I'll bring it on.
paralyzed.
No, I'll tell you what I'll do. When we come to Lubbock, if your car's dirty, let me lay hands on it. You be out there painting your toenails on
Oh,
Why ain't
I
you ever
would
told
love-
me
I would
that?
love
it. Huh?
Why ain't you ever told me that?
I did tell you that. You just ain't stepped up to the plate.
It ain't free.
Oh,
See? See that? And you know, there are only certain people that get it for free.
I'll think about that next time I buy him a burrito. Z.
Oh, see.
He bought 2 little burritos, and they was about it. I mean, the thing was only.
And
this
they had
big.
sausage in them.
Yeah. Tried to poison me on the sly.
They had sausage in them.
It's
And
all right.
Ricky's Muslim tendencies.
Yep, they kicked him out. 'Cause I called and told him.
I'm looking around to see if he's got one of them cool hats. I want to see if Ricky's got one of them cool hats.
He might have cut his down like a yarmulke.
You see, that's Cindy. That's why they put me in the middle. So that's why. So I'm caught in the crossfire. So all I can do is just sit here and duck bullets.
You do have to duck, and that's why you're so agile, because you are good at that. You get lots of practice and lots of exercise.
Yeah, believe it. And
Of ducking.
And people ask me, "Man, how you stay so thin?" Mark and Frank.
We eat all the food.
Mark and Frank.
I stay on the outside because once he starts flailing from laughing, I got to duck.
Yeah, that's because somebody else I know in here gets his laugh meter and joke meter turned all the way up.
Now, who would that be?
I wonder who that would be.
I don't usually even tell jokes. I just tell stories, and you think that's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the
I
bad
tell
thing
jokes.
about it is most of them are true. That's the
I know. That's
why
what's
it's so
funny.
They are true.
I'm
Most
still-
of them are true.
I'm still
Yeah.
waiting on this trip. I want to go to West Virginia because I want.
We're going right up through there.
Yeah, I want to because I want to see where Mark originates from.
Oh.
At least some of it, anyway.
There's signs here that says, "Careful, banjo music."
Well,
How'd you like me
okay.
How'd you like me doing a float trip down the river? You'd say, it'd be fun to live on the river where people do rafting trips, and you got a speaker up every tree going. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Mark would like that. He
You get
would do
them
so.
pains off.
I would love to hear the banjo song.
Squeal like a pig.
Well, in that big white car y'all are taking on Wednesday,
Yeah.
tomorrow I'm going to bring you a black hat.
Yeah, let Ricky drive.
Because you have to drive when you start going.
Yeah,
up
I'll
through
start
there.
calling him Charles.
Yeah. Mark right in the back seat.
I'll ride in the back seat, call him Charles.
Now you see how they do me.
Where was I going? I was going somewhere, and I was
Dave.
thinking, I was going somewhere. That's when I was working like 9 million days a month, and just never stopping. And somebody was driving me. It might have been Michael, and I set the back seat up of the other flex like an office. And I got about to Hampton, and I was sick as a dog. Just trying to read and write in the car, man. I was sick as a dog. Let's forget this. I didn't get anything done. I was going to work all the way to Nashville.
I think Bubba's undercover.
Why?
Cindy just signed back on.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think it's
Bubba's
him.
sitting there watching.
Yeah.
Bubba's sitting there watching.
I miss you, Bubba. I miss you.
Bubba's sitting there watching. I don't know. Bubette's probably at work.
She got her parents in town, don't she?
No, they left yesterday.
Oh, they did? So she's not
Yeah.
on vacation.
Bubba Daddy.
She may have left her phone home.
You think
kill me with this Bubba Diddy stuff, wherever that came from. I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
You don't know.
Matthew, who are you
It
talking
came
to?
from the craziest part of my mind. What's Matthew talking about?
He said somebody, you got a pretty smile.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Talking to me.
No, he's talking about Deliverance. You got a pretty smile.
About the who?
The movie Deliverance.
Oh,
Don't tell me you hadn't seen Deliverance.
I only seen part of it.
All right, we'll watch it on the way to West Virginia, and then I'll let you get out of Hinton.
So
I'll let you get out on the Greenbrier River.
I've already
I cannot guarantee your safety.
I've already been kind of working out and I found me a good sparring partner, so I'm already kind of gearing up to have myself.
You're going across. You're going through Summersville, right? You going across New River Bridge Gorge?
Well, yeah, we'll cross the Gorge Bridge, I guess.
You wait, Ricky, till you see this. And we landed on that, or right beside it, in the original Airwolf helicopter.
Yeah, we sure did. We rode in there on the original Airwolf on the movie.
So you talking about Stringfellow Hawks? His Hellebird? That was the guy that was supposed to have been the pilot.
Yeah,
It was
we flew in there.
Stringfellow
We
Hawk.
flew in there on the Airwolf.
Now, how did you manage that?
Please.
Well,
He
Please.
knows people.
Yeah.
Please. They picked
They have
us
a
up.
great
They
festival
picked
up
us
there,
up
though.
at the hotel
Right.
that we were staying in.
They
Was
just
that
took us-
so?
They
that
landed in the lot of the hotel and picked us up
Wow.
and landed us on the bridge.
Ben Dishner says, "That's just mean."
What's mean,
Talking about
Benny?
hitting.
News people.
Oh
who
yeah, talking
know.
about Henny. What did I tell you the story about Ben Dishner hitting a nail with a skill saw, and it coming back on his leg, and he was
Ooh.
scared to look.
Wow.
Howard told me all about it.
Wow, the original Airwolf. That was a bad helicopter, boy.
That was a bad festival we landed at, too.
200,000 people.
So who you
On
playing
the-
with?
They
Who-
closed
who-
the whole bridge.
Whose show were you on?
My own.
His own? Heartland,
Where was I at all this time?
Detroit.
Probably in the penitentiary.
See, I should have never said that. Cindy,
Yes.
You was up there playing whack-a-mole.
now you hear that? I'm sitting here.
I'm just listening, but they're staying in the guardrails, so I'm fine. They're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very laid-back show today.
yeah, but they got me on the chopping block.
We love you,
Oh,
Ricky.
Well,
I know.
Ricky, I was just going to say, with a beautiful head like yours, you would never want to wear one of those hats.
Oh
Save
no,
those
I wouldn't.
hats for Mark. Save those hats.
I've
for
seen
Mark.
better-looking heads on English beer.
Or Bulldogs.
Well, I guess
Ricky, you're so sweet. Ricky really is the sweet.
It is so sweet to sit by Ricky.
Well, Heath and them are on vacation. Didn't they leave today?
I guess they're going to Maine.
Oh yeah, they were going to vacation, weren't they?
Drive up there now.
He's supposed to check in with us, though. He said he would check in and send us some
Yeah,
pictures.
well, that'll probably be tomorrow. 'cause
he
hadn't
just
signed
sent
on
me. He
today.
just sent me a link to my Facebook page, and the heading was "When the Drugs Kick In." Ha ha ha!
And
This
it's a-
guy was on top of his roof. He was running a vacuum cleaner. He was vacuuming his roof.
Sure was.
He was vacuuming his roof, but the suction hose that came loose. So he just out there just running the vacuum and nothing was going in it.
The suction hose came loose.
It came loose.
Oh,
Came
no.
loose.
It wasn't even connected.
Who sent you that?
Heath. Talking about when the drugs kick in. Ha ha ha.
Ricky, I'm gonna tell you, we're going to go to a place where the last time I went through there, so help me, there's a guy Frank, I don't know if you were with me or not, but a guy had added on to his house trailer.
Yeah.
He'd added on. It looked like he'd added on a room and a bathroom, and he'd had it covered up with white plastic. And as as I went by, the wind caught the plastic, blew it up. He's sitting there on the commode with his pants around his ankles, and I honked the horn. And he just gave me a thumbs up.
It's going down, buddy. It's
He
going
just
down.
gave me a thumbs up. That's a true story, man.
It's going down.
That's a true story.
Oh wow.
We'll go through West Virginia, and
Yeah, because this
Let
is
you
stuff I
see it.
want to see, man. You know, because Texas was.
it's
one
hard to
thing.
think about the place where you grew up. He thinks it's a daggum museum.
Well, you know,
Come by and see the real hillbillies, the wild ones.
well, you see, it's
Wild rogue North American rogue hillbillies.
because you know Texas and West Virginia, because I've been all down in Texas and Georgia. That was one thing, but I want to see because it seems to be different.
Have
I'll
ever
tell you
watched the
something.
Have you ever watched the Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah.
Okay, that's West Virginia,
Not all of it.
except for the oil and all of the rich.
You can get up around Morgantown, and it's
I'm talking
different.
about where you from.
You talking about Raleigh County?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Raleigh and Wyoming County, and Logan County, and McDowell County, and
See, because Texas was
Them grannies.
that was something, boy. I never figured I would be in Texas. I used to see Texas in books, and they had me thinking that everything was dirt roads and everybody
Oh, no,
rode horses.
that's a whole
Yeah,
different world.
and then when I got down, I was like, I felt like Scooby Doo. Oh, I was like, this is not what was in the book. I'm looking to see tumbleweed and all that kind of stuff. I didn't see that till I started traveling with Johnny Taylor. That's when I first started seeing.
You start driving towards that Texas Panhandle, I bet you can see
Well,
it.
yeah, because we went to Denver, and man, we got way down there, way up on the other side of. We get up on the other side of Fort Worth, when you go to past and you
Yeah.
look, that land gets so flat. I was like, dang, man, look like the
And
end
you
of the
start
world.
seeing the tumbleweeds,
Yeah.
the oil fields, or the oil
Yeah.
wells.
Oh,
This
man.
portion of National Geographic is brought to you by.
What'd you say, Cindy?
You get everything in Texas, from East Texas to West Texas. That's quite a
Which a whole different world.
That's a long way,
from
too,
El
man. I
Paso
was.
to Eastland. That's a pretty good little stretch.
Yeah, that's a
out
long.
of
Yeah.
20 hours.
It's long.
First time you go
Oh,
there,
it is.
first time you drive through there and you see Beaumont, you think, oh, we've made it now. We're in Texas. Then you see a sign that says El Paso, 860 miles.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I
Yeah.
thinking?
Man, that
Yeah,
is
if
one
you
big
think
step.
about it, it's further from Nashville to Beaumont. I mean, it's closer from Nashville to Beaumont than it is from Beaumont to El Paso.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Wow, that flat land blew me away. I was like, look like you could just walk. As far as your eye can see, until you see a line, till you see the horizon, it's like you could just start walking and it'll never stop.
Well, that's what Detroit would look like too if it wasn't all for the man-made mountains. y'all
No,
got
it
up
looks
there.
like that now.
all them towers and
You
stuff.
can walk through some of them
Get in
neighborhoods,
Detroit.
and it looks like you went from the city to the country. The once you get past
Ain't no
5
wonder.
miles,
Ain't no wonder you guys have trouble.
once
You got Canada to the north and Chicago to the south. I mean, you can't
yeah,
win.
man. You can go in some of them neighborhoods, and it looks like they dropped a bomb in there. It looks like they dropped a bomb and walked away.
Did Motown pull out of Detroit?
No, they're still up. No, they see. If you look at when you go on my Facebook page, that was on the steps of Hitsville. I
Right.
took that picture, but everything starting from downtown from 5 Mile all the way up to 8 Mile, everything in the middle is gone.
Wow.
It looks like you walked into a war zone. You have no street lights. You have no. The only thing, the
They
biggest
steal
thing,
them too?
huh?
They steal them too?
Yeah,
The
in
Brothers
certain-
Home Shopping
and
Network.
in certain places they did, but no, it's like they cut the power.
got-
Then the people that do have still have a house. Well, you got empty lots all around you with weeds as high as to the second floor. You know, it used to be you wouldn't even see stray dogs over there no more.
See,
And-
my people live in Sterling Heights.
Yeah, that-
I don't know which side.
Okay,
of
yeah,
Detroit
that's
on.
you. Now you're going out. You're going further out.
north?
Yeah, but when you start getting in the middle of Detroit is gone, and it hurt my heart the first time I went home, just to see the devastation of what they had. But the biggest thing there was the liquor store was lit up. I bet you that liquor store looked like Christmas time. I was like, whoa!
Did you?
That's like
That
a beacon in the night.
Beacon in the night. That reminds me why, like you go to the drugstore and the pharmacy's all the way in the back.
Yeah,
The sick people got to go all the way to the back and get the cigarettes at the front.
yeah.
The cigarettes are at the front. The medicine's in the back.
Yeah, and they got the cigarettes behind them. It looks like you in prison. You got all of this bulletproof glass, and you got the little thing where you put your money down in the hole, and they close it.
You must be talking about the pharmacy in Detroit. I'm talking about Walgreens.
Talking
about Walgreens.
I thought you was talking about, the real deal.
No, I'm talking about Walgreens and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's funny. You go to the bank and they got these little 8-cent pins chained to the counter and got the vault hanging wide open. Did you ever notice that? The vault's sitting there wide open and they got an 8-cent pin chained to the counter.
Yeah, like you
Like you're
gonna
going to steal the pin and like, who cares? Put some advertising on it and give them away. What are you talking about? You got the thing open. And you go to the drive-through ATM, got Braille dots on it. Isn't that kind of a waste?
Yeah, because what blind person is going to be stuck?
That's what I'm saying. What are you going to be at the drive-through ATM, got Braille dots on the buttons?
Right out in the middle
What are
of
y'all
nowhere.
thinking? It don't make any sense.
They preparing for the new
Or
cars.
look, go to the skating rink, got handicap parking. I wonder if I got special parking for the people, for the healthy people at the Special Olympics. You think? But why you got handicap parking in the skating rink? Don't make any sense.
Well, you get in there, you be a wheelchair bandit.
Could you see somebody strapping?
Skates to the bottom of it. Take the wheels and
Cindy,
jack 'em up like
stop, Ricky. He's talking ugly.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Don't talk ugly. You guys be nice.
We are.
You know that was
How
Mark.
about let's
Atkins
share
telling
about
you.
Kenzie?
Let's talk about Kenzie. Kenzie Walker's Power Hour starting at 7 a.m. Going to, and it's a 1 hour show where Kenzie shares some of her favorite records by her favorite artists along with herself. Frank never misses Kenzie's Power Hour. And then 7 o'clock p.m. so that the folks in the Philippines can get it when it's in the morning time there. So it's exactly on the other side of the globe. So 7 a.m., 7 p.m. on your East Coast dial. 7 o'clock a.m., 7 p.m. You also have Tommy Smith with Country for the Good Life. Great Christian country music. It's not all this stuff. It sounds like somebody playing a swinette.
So what?
Swinette.
What is that?
That's two hairs pulled real tight across a pig's hind end, and you pluck it.
I had Cindy. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, I think I made
No,
it
I've
up.
never heard of that. But I've heard some music that sounds like that.
Swinette. Playing the swinette.
A swine.
But they have a joyful heart.
I have got to see that.
A swinette.
Will we see that when we go through West Virginia? Because I want to see that.
I'll tell you what, you run a pig down and you put two hairs across his rear end and pull him, I'll give you a couple dollars. I'd like to see that myself. I'd
Me
like
too.
to see that.
I think we need to play a song, guys. I think you're getting too silly. We haven't heard a song in a little bit.
Well, I know I had one queued up and I forgot what it was.
He
But
forgot
let's
what
just
it
do
was.
this, and since we're talking
He
about
was too busy.
banjos.
He was too busy playing that swinette.
Here's the swinette. Uncle, Daddy, and the family secret. Here they are.
This fella came up and put his hand out and began right off to inquire about the fact that we'd brought a banjo into the church house. And it seemed a bit cross, and I wasn't sure why, so I just up and asked the guy what the problem was, and he reared up on me like a field mouse. He said, maybe it's me, but it sure seems odd that you'd bring that thing to the house of God. Well, I just don't think it's appropriate for worship here. And I'm sure he could tell from the look in my eyes that he caught me off guard, but to his surprise, I just smiled, shook his hand, said, brother, have no fear. You know, I've given some heed to that very thought, but I remember in Sunday school I was taught that in the book of Psalms, it'll tell you how to offer praise. It says praise him with horns and drums and things and cymbals and instruments with strings, why they even had tambourines back in the Bible days. And the harp, we're told, is David's choice, and it's got a number of strings, of course, like this banjo here now, so it seems to me. And a banjo's rather a curious thing. It's just a harp and a drum with 4 or 5 strings kind of mixed up in one. Now, wouldn't you have to agree? Well, he sighed real big with his hands on his hips and snarled his nose and tightened his lips, said, reckon you think you're smart. Sure seems so. Well, I wasn't real sure what I ought to say, so I didn't say nothing. We just started to play when we all get to heaven right here with this very banjo. While we were picking, something funny took place. A wee little grin came across his face, and I saw him tapping his toe, keeping time with the song. Some other folks come up and gathered around, so we just broke into higher ground, and they all started clapping their hands and singing along. When we got done picking, old brother looked back and saw that the whole front of the church was packed. There's people smiling like they hadn't seen in years. So he stuck his hand out for a second time, and I shook his, and he shook mine, and I knew right then that old banjo had calmed his fears. So David, get your golden harp, and Gabriel, let her blow. But as for me, when I praise the Lord, I'll just play the banjo.
No matter how high men tried to build, God tore down with a cross, some nails, and thorns for a crown. All has been removed. God has no walls. He knows my tomorrow, holds me today. Yesterday's walls have crumbled away. Faith carries me, my heart holds tight. Walls are removed, I have freedom of flight. What men tried to build, God tore down with a cross, some nails, and thorns for a crown. All has been removed. God has no walls. From the darkest clouds to the deepest sea, no longer divided, love's abundant and free. What men tried to build, God tore down with a cross, some nails, and thorns for a crown. All has been removed. God has no walls. God has no walls. No matter how high, no matter how low, there are no walls where love cannot go. When the river's overflowing.
Well, we had a phone call come in, and I had trouble clearing it, but anyway, we got it. Are you back there, Cindy?
I am. What happened?
We had a phone call come in. I couldn't get the guy off the phone. He wanted to start hollering at me, and he don't even know me.
Yeah,
It didn't work out well for him.
it sure didn't.
Oh no.
But anyhow, I had to take care of that right quick, and but we got it, and it's all good now. So we played Cindy. We're down to the top of the hour. We've it's been kind of a laid back show today.
Yeah,
I think
That's
everybody's
good.
just worn out trying to get Monday out of the way.
yeah, yeah. And plus, we know we have a very
But
busy week.
you know
this
what?
week.
Before we go, let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about smallest gifts and why we're actually here. We come on here and we chatted a lot this morning and just talked a little bit and visited a little bit, and I hope you don't mind that. We played some music, but really what we do is we come on here to try to get your day started and make your day a little brighter, give you a little bit of laughter, give you some stories, give you some music, and make sure you just try to get your day started off right. We believe that God is who he says he is, and we believe that he loves us right where we are.
That's right.
Our flaws, our mistakes, and all. He don't expect us to stay that way. And, you know, like we say, we love you right where you are. It's not our job to straighten you up, clean you up. We can't even keep ourselves clean most of the time. We just have to always rely upon that grace that God gives us.
Amen.
And that grace that is given to us as a free gift. It says, by grace we're saved through faith, and that's not even of ourselves. That's a gift of God.
Amen.
And so, but smallest gifts is predicated upon the story of the woman of the widow's mite. I almost said it, widow's wife.
Yeah, you
But
sure
the widow's
did.
mite. And it talks about in that story how they came into the temple and they were all bringing in their gifts into the temple, and this one woman dropped in just a couple little coins that together wouldn't amount to as much as a penny. It was less than a penny. And Jesus was overwhelmed by that because she gave all that she had. And he used that as an illustration that we don't have to go out here and give $20 million to build a hospital, or we don't have to go out here and even write $10,000 checks. Now, if somebody wants to, like we have corporate sponsors that take care of our administrative costs and things like that. If somebody wants to do that, we certainly will welcome it. But we really want to make this to where that the average person that just wants to do something can help people.
Yeah.
And we help people here domestically, and we help people overseas. We're transparent. And when you do give the smallest gifts, 100% of that money goes to the work in the field, and none of it goes to our pockets. In fact, we pay out of our pockets to do this. We give to it ourselves. That's how much we believe in it. So we don't take from it. We give to it. We want you to know that when we come on in the morning, although we might be a little edgy and we might say some things that you might somehow, it might hit you wrong, we get caught up in just being normal. None of this is rehearsed, and we try to keep it within the guardrails, and we do. But what we want to also illustrate is that we're reaching people with this silliness that are non-churched people. And they're getting the message of Jesus Christ, Him crucified, resurrected, and returning through the songs that we play. Because that's the message that we have. We're not out here to try and offend people. But if you get offended by the fact that we may not dress the way you think we should, or we might, say something that you don't think is holy and righteous enough, hey, you know what? There's other things for you to do. You don't have to sit here and watch this. Go on about your business. Because frankly, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's this right here. I know what we're supposed to be doing. That's this right here. And we do that, and we reach people every day. You might not believe it, but we get people every day that email us that are people who are like folks that have drifted away from church, folks that have never been to a Christian church of any kind, folks from other religions, folks who are totally unchurched, and people that go to church regularly. We get contacts from people like that all the time. If you're in a position that you can't help financially, that's understandable. We know how tough it is to make it in the world today, but what you can do, it doesn't cost you a thing, is you can hit that share button and that like button, and you can talk about us to your friends, and you can recommend the programming to your friends, and that allows us to reach more people, and the more people we can reach, the more opportunity we have to spread the good news and to talk about smallest gifts and to raise funding and awareness for that work that we do. And that's as simple as that. I mean, that's why we do it. We don't sit here for 45 minutes out of every hour and back a hearse up to your house telling you that, and we don't have any special, God didn't run any special programs where He's going to be paying, 1,000% interest. Give us $10 and God's going to give you 100. Give us 1,000, God's going to give you 10,000. What we do is we just do us. We're just us. What you see here is what you could see if we were four of us riding down the road in a car. You'd have Cindy trying to keep us straight, and me and Frank and Ricky cutting up. Well, Frank would be asleep. But other than that, it'd be, it's about what you'd see, except I might be yanking on a cigar or something,
Yeah, I was going to say, you'd probably be yanking on a cigar.
Yeah. But we do appreciate.
I'm in the car.
No, not in the car either. But we do appreciate you guys coming by, and I know that today wasn't one of our stellar days, but I hope you got something out of it. I know I did. I got through it, and the way my day started off today is.
I loved it.
I like Cindy's story.
I do too. That was a good story.
That was very good.
Thank you.
But we need to record Cindy reading nursery rhymes.
I will. I have a lot of experience doing that. My dad used to tell us bedtime stories, and he had one about Coco the monkey. Someday I'll share that with you.
I used to tell my kids bedtime stories. I used to tell them about the one where the sausage man came and stole the family pig and killed it and brought the sausage back, and they ate it.
Well, that's a little different than Coco the
It
monkey.
tastes good, too, didn't it?
Coco's a better story. Coco the monkey's a good one. I'll
You like that one?
Coco the
monkey.
I
like to tell.
Not yours.
I like to tell them one where the daddy got up in the middle of the night and beat the kids with a cinder block into bed while they were sleeping. They always liked that one. That'd make them sleep.
Wow.
He's kidding. If you're listening, to us. This is all. Mark is tongue-in-cheek. You know that. He's the
What?
biggest. He's got the biggest heart out there.
What?
You do. I'm
Actually, you
telling
asked
on
my
I'm
kids.
telling
I had a character named Ortis. Ortis was a little pink pig, and I'd tell them the stories about Ortis all the time. I'd make
Speaking
up
of
these
that,
stories.
tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
we're going to burn up Michael's phone
Why?
because he's supposed to be sleeping.
Oh yeah.
He didn't sign on today.
That's what we
so
can do. We'll
tomorrow-
we'll put Michael's phone number and ask everybody to call him.
I mean, he'd do the same to us.
Oh,
We'll just
gosh.
call and call and call and call until he answers and say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Trying to sleep, Dad.
Yeah. No, you get.
All right. All right.
All right, look. Time flew by today, like Frank said. Normally we're sitting here, thinking, but we've laughed so hard we're just trying to get up off the floor. Today's been kind of subtle and kind of docile, but we've had a good time. We've enjoyed being here with you. We're going to hit the road, y'all, and we're going to say good morning to you one more time.
Good morning.
I got about 12 million things to do between now and Wednesday morning when we leave here. What you doing today, Cindy?
I am catching laundry and errands. So it's a
Your
good
what?
day. Every laundry and errands. I've got to go run. I've got to run to the bank and run a few errands.
I thought she said something about
She's going to
adultery.
laundry money
I got it.
at the bank and then running errands.
No, no.
What you doing, Ricky?
Working up here,
Yeah, you never will get out.
and then I got.
Hey,
the
send
car.
us some hats. 4832.
I got to see if I got.
Hey
a
Good
card.
Road, Virginia Beach, Virginia. 23455. Send us some hats. We need them badly. Look at this. It's naked up here on the table.
It is.
Speaking of naked, I'm glad Ricky's got that phone under the table to scroll through them pictures.
That ain't true either, don't you? Did you see that one where the little boy was praying for his daddy? And Lord, please get some clothes for the women on daddy's phone.
Yeah. He's sitting there. He's praying for his dad. Yeah.
All right, see y'all later.
See ya. Y'all have a good
Bye.
day.
Have a great one.